Alright, so today we have a Galaxy A54 that needs a screen replacement. So what we're going to be doing is going through the back. So we're going to need to remove the back first. I have it sitting on a heat pad at 170 degrees. So let's get into it. Let me get my spudger here. And we'll start taking this back glass off. It's already busted, so should be able to get in here fairly easy. Maybe not. Go, just get up under the edge. Pull that back glass away from the frame. Just like that. Do it slowly, you can avoid it shattering all over the place. It may do it anyways, but I'll just do it slow and steady. Peel it apart so I can get to the inside of that phone. So there's the back glass. It did come apart in one piece, which I'm surprised, but they wanted it repaired anyways. Alright, so now getting inside of the phone, we have a plethora of screws. Going to start by taking these at the bottom out. They all should be the same size, so you don't have to keep them in order. What we're going to be doing is we're just going to be taking everything out of this frame and putting it into the new one. You can opt just to buy the LCD by itself without the frame, but I find it much easier to just purchase it like this, because if you just buy the LCD by itself, you will have to adhere it to the old frame. And you'll also have to adhere the glass on the back, so that leaves 2 points of entry for water in the future. And if we can just get that back sealed up good and nice and good, we should get that taken care of. Alright, so we're just going to pop this out. There's your speaker at the bottom. Gonna get these screws removed. Electric screwdriver is the best. It saves a lot of wrist twisting. Not that it's difficult, but if you fix a lot of phones or a lot of computers, a lot of small electronics, this saves time and it works fantastic. So now we're just going to take this piece here off. Should just pop right out once we get it loose. Just like that. There's your top, your ear speaker. And This appears to be a wireless charging coil. No, maybe not. Probably thermal dissipation. Alright. I'm going to unplug this battery. And look at that. They got a nice pull tab. We'll see how helpful that is here in just a minute. Alright, so there's one screw down here at the bottom in the center of this board. Small black screw. We'll keep that separate. And we got the white and the red. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pop those loose. I'm going to take those out. And then we're just going to take this whole board out. We're going to pop this fingerprint scanner out first. And we're just going to move this all in one piece, hopefully. We'll pop this out. Doesn't appear like it's going to come out as easy as I was hoping. I don't know if it's stuck over here on the side or the bottom. Not really. That board should come right out. Just doesn't want to. We're going to disconnect these cables here. Just get this out the way. It doesn't appear there's anything holding it in. That's not the SIM card slot. Oh, so this is folded over on top of it, so that's what's holding that in. There we go, comes right out. So this cable to the screen was folded over on top, and it just would not let that come out. So that was the problem there. I like for everyone to see the mistakes that I make or the trouble that I come across while doing these repairs, because they're not all as simple as you see on the internet. You'll see people on YouTube and they'll just pull everything out with a breeze like there's no problem whatsoever. That's because they've already torn the phone down and they know what trouble to expect, and then they just slap it back together to show you how to do it. But these troubles are real, and I like people to see that you can and will run into issues. So just keep that in mind. I know some people may think, well, this guy just doesn't know what he's doing. I've seen so and so, and he did it so quick without any trouble. Well, that's because they've already taken the phone apart, more than likely, and they're not showing you the whole truth behind it. I can make videos like that too, but I'm not going to. So we're just gonna get this all back in here. Just like it was. Just like that. And we'll fold this over, this little trouble here. Just like that. And then we're gonna make sure we run these cables back up through the side. Put your spudger on top of it gently. You don't have to put much force. You want to angle it a little bit in that groove, or else it's just going to shove down beside it. It's going to pop out. It's going to be a headache. Alright. Alright. Looking good so far. Starting to build up the new frame over here. Now on this motherboard there should be a screw somewhere. There it is, right here below the second camera, but above the third camera. Actually, we're going to go ahead and put this bottom screw back into this bottom board, just so we can get that out of the way. There it is. Okay, so this top board, let's see, is there anything that should be holding it in? Oh, we need to take out the SIM card. Don't forget to take out your SIM card slot. You may be pulling on that board for an hour before you realize, oh, I need to take that out. Alright, are there any other screws? I don't see any other screws. Let's go ahead and put a little force on it at the bottom. Ah, yeah, that just pops right out. Okay, so we're going to set that to the side, and we're going to make sure that there's nothing left down in here that we might need to swap over. And it doesn't look like there's anything that needs to be swapped over. So bend these cables back a little bit, just out of the way. We're going to drop in our board, top first. Oh, there's something I did not do. So here's something else you may run into. The protective cover. Peel that back. Make sure you peel that back, or your camera's not going to fit down in there. So we're going to put the top in first. Make sure that it fits. Push it down into place, just like that. Alright, so everything is back to where it should be. And we're going to put the screw back in. Right between the cameras. Now we're going to make sure everything's attached. That, of course, needs to stay down there. We're going to go ahead and attach these antennas. They can be a little pain in the butt, so just take time with them. These little needle nose tweezers do help. Grab a hold of them. You may have to twist the cables a little bit to get them to angle the way that you're trying to plug them in. Just be gentle, take your time, don't push too hard. It shouldn't take much force to get them to click. You hear a little click sound. They've already made the click sound. So those are plugged in. Now we're going to get this battery. Hopefully this is as easy as they make it look. Pull up and out. Excellent. It was as easy as they make it look. So now we're going to transfer this over, because who doesn't want to be able to do that again? Just transfer this over into this side, so if they ever need a phone repaired again, this should be easy to get out. Put it over here. Get this tab up. Got a hold of my tweezers here. Alright. Looks good, looks good. I'm going to set this battery in it. That side first, this side next. Get it all nice and folded back over. And next time it needs to come out, you should just be able to pull it just like that. Good. Alright, so let's plug this battery in and test this phone. Oh, well, I guess we can't yet. Unplug that battery. There's some cables we missed. It's not going to work without these. So unplug that battery again. Plug these cables in. Now we'll plug the battery back in. Just, you don't ever want to plug or unplug cables or anything while your battery's plugged in. Now stuff like this, they're meant to come off, they're meant to be detached while the battery's plugged in because you can't avoid it. But you don't ever want to unplug a cable. You can end up frying a cable or frying your board. That wouldn't be good. And there we have the Samsung logo. Test this screen for a second, and then we'll get these other pieces put back in. All the screws put back in, and we'll put that back glass back on. You know, I wish videos were like this when I first started out. Unfortunately, they were the ones where they didn't really show you all the problems that you could have. They were the ones that just showed you, hey, look, open up the phone, take this part out, pull this part here, do this, do that. And I ran into some issues. I ripped some cables, I messed up some antenna ends because no one went through the process of, you know, showing you what to do. And I've been doing this since 2012, and yeah, I do watch teardown videos for that simple fact that you will mess something up, and you're going to. It's inevitable. Everybody does it. Doesn't mean that you're bad at repairs. It just means that maybe you should watch a teardown video. See if someone else has done it before you. It's always been helpful. When a new phone comes out, I'm watching a teardown video. Let someone else make a mistake before you make a mistake. That's what I want you to see. I want you to see my mistakes so you can avoid it. Alright, so that's all put back together. Go ahead and get these screws in. Get one there, and then one across on this side, just to hold it all in. Put them in like lug nuts. One on each side. And then we'll work our way towards the center. And I believe that's all of them for the top. Get these bottom screws in. Another good thing about buying the frame with the screen is you got a nice clean frame to lay down your adhesive on. No scraping, no chemicals, no having to remove the old adhesive from it. But it looks like it come off pretty clean though. Most phones don't. They leave a lot of adhesive behind. But if I do get a chance to buy the frame with the screen, I'll do it. I don't charge any extra for it because it's usually only a few dollars. I'll take the hit for that just to make my job easier. And it's not just making my job easier, it's also, like I said, only creating one entry point for water. So if this gets dropped in water, I'm not sure how the waterproofing or water resistant is on this phone, but you won't really have to worry about it getting in through the front so much. The back is what needs to be taken care of. Make sure we apply adhesive all the way around. It does come with adhesive for the back, but I don't really trust this cold adhesive that they have here. I know I'm using cold adhesive, but it's not a solid piece. I'm just going to make sure we got a barrier around it of gel adhesive. That way I can say that I did my job the way that I felt it should be done. We laid a barrier down for that back glass. Now, don't do this for all screens and all phones, because unfortunately, let's say iPhones, for instance, if you lay adhesive down on the front like this, sometimes it can damage that screen. And the adhesive that comes with the screens that are usually already on the screens are really good. So there we have that back glass. Once this cures and dries, we'll wipe off all this excess and give the customer a call and tell them that they can come pick up their phone. So there's your A54 screen replacement. If you like these videos, please like and subscribe and share with your friends.